Going back and talking about the resource responsibilities, a lot of circumstances, the client or the owner will have those responsibilities already designated at the template level. And they could do the responsibilities based off of role or by user. So if we take a look at the resources here, in this circumstance, we've assigned this to Marcus. One thing you'll also notice from a communication standpoint is the ability at the schedule perspective to send a reminder. So an example here, if we want to say we're going to send a reminder 30 days before the task end date, this is a way to provide a tickler to those people of those schedule items that are expected to take place. And those are directly related to task management. So, in terms of being able to determine from a communication standpoint and even to a visibility standpoint about who is responsible for what in these different schedules, it becomes important. So, for example, if we take another Gantt view of this particular schedule, you can see the resource assignment at this different level. So we can see the different resources that are assigned to these different items directly in the system. And we'll also know based off of the information that's in the system that these actually have resources assigned to them. One other element to think about is, well, how does this kind of draw into kind of a centralized place to be able to see task assignment? Now, a lot of these PM systems will have kind of a central place to be able to see different tasks that people are responsible for, essentially. And that's related up into this area under the projects, which is the My Work area. So by using task assignment for schedules, we'll be able to see the different elements that people are assigned. So for example, this user profile, my user profile, I have 20 items that are upcoming or due within the next 3 weeks. I can even see my overdue tasks from this area. But let's say you're responsible for getting the site survey. This is essentially the place where you can mark those items as completed and save that information with that schedule. So it removes it from that ball in court. So then again, you can use that from a plan, not only from a planning standpoint, but also a tracking of tasks perspective. And I think one of the elements that's important for certain personnel with the organization is to be able to look into and see what, say, for example, Jamie has in her ball in court based off of this data. So we can see here we've got 9 items. Jamie's got 14 overdue items here in this example. In fact, we can see the overdue tasks versus the planning tasks. And I think essentially being able to isolate down the tool for that purpose also kind of helps narrow it down to some degree. And essentially being able to see that information from somebody else's ball in court and be able to pick up the phone, give them a call, why haven't they completed those items, essentially becomes also a useful way to manage those tasks.